Hello, and welcome to Division 4 of the Steel Division 2 League with YK Omamori and Stardekk. Should be a fairly interesting game for us today. This, I believe, is the semifinals. Let me just double check that for a second here. That's Division 2. I need to go to Discord to pull up Division 4. Because, of course, I do. I should just have these open all the time, really. With how much I use them. This is the semi-finals. Stardekk versus YK Omamori. So not the finals, alright? But fairly interesting games for you today. While they're deploying, let's just go through the bands of picks real quick. So, all these map bans fairly standard. I think nobody really wants to play Talia Hanta or Krupa. So, Slutski is very much a common choice here. The other one, I'm surprised, that would have been a good one to pick, I think, would be Brest West, but Stardekk potentially not liking the map. And then fairly standard bans here for Sluts East at least. So 17th SS, 21st Panzer, 4th Fallschirmjäger, alright, 44th, 97th, 1st Polish, and then 78th Task Force 45, 16th Panzer. So both King Tiger divisions are out, and I would expect, almost expected a IS-2 division, though the best one is also out here with the 97th. 20th Panzer also out, 43rd Guards, and 2nd Guard Tank Corps banning for Stardekk, which does leave 2nd Indian Head open, and Stardekk picking first. He was probably well aware that he left this open with his last couple of bans, fully intending to go with. YK does counter-pick into 5th Gebirgsjäger, but 2nd Indian Head versus Gebirgsjäger, definitely going to be a hard match for YK Omamori here. Yeah, I'm just kind of questioning myself how he intends to control the open here. We don't see any M5 howitzers in the opening just yet for Stardekk, I believe. But that would be how to do it, right? The Gebirgsjäger get the LG50, but the M4 howitzer also being fairly good there for 2nd Indian Head. 2nd Indian Head also great off-map and great tools to take this center engagement here, though will certainly be an uphill battle with the amount of close-range infantry that YK Omamori gets here. So, Maverick versus Maverick. We've got 2 M10s, 3 flamethrowers, 2 Rangers Marauders, and a Rangers LMG. Rangers Marauders in the center here. Rifles leader, 3 Rangers LMG, rifles early, and 1 M5 howitzer. So it does have M5 howitzers in A. 3 more flamethrowers, 50 cal, engineers. Engineers going straight up. Gotta be careful of any AT there. And then an M8 down south together with a 50 cal and a rifles early. There's a fairly concentrated push going down here. So gotta be a little careful there. The M8 and the Stug M42 likely gonna be facing off. But yeah, so Gebirgsturmpioneer, Gebirgs Pioneer here. And 2 MG42s with the AB41 there, backed up by the Stug M42. In the center here, just an LG42, Gebirgsjäger and Gebirgsfusilier. Lots of light armor here with triple SPWs. Stug M42, Pack 40, Gebirgs Pionierführer, Gebirgsjäger, Gebirgsturmpioneer. Up here, North Gebirgsjäger, Gebirgs Pionierführer, Gebirgs Pioneer, Gebirgsjäger, and then 2 more of these M42 Stugs. Interesting opening to come here, but the 2 of the transports do go down before they can unload here. Definitely a misjudgment there for how fast his flamethrowers are. from Stardekk side. BF-109 coming in right away to deal with that flamethrower, just so it can't prevent anything. But P-58 also coming in, and it's got to get a good amount of damage on these, and these Rangers LMGs might just rush forward and surrender here. Oh, this AB-41 definitely not firing. It's a surrender while the leader is still alive, and just rushes through here. M42 might be able to stop that in the transport, as the engineers and the flamethrowers here do manage to take out the... Well, like Gobuxia went further south, but they do manage to take out the Gobuxia, so 14-10 for now. The M1 did kill the SPW, and from the looks of it, a Gobuxia stomping before the M42 could come in and save the day there. But 50 cal doing good against the rest of these units, forcing them to fall back for the time being. Stardekk M42 gets on the half track. P-38 is firing, and actually we see the like dual recon light anti-air roll here, or light fighter roll, but these things really aren't good at taking anything out. Also surprising that he would take them. I do think these have a better kind of ability. They do have great turning radius though, so potentially just be used as a little bit of bait there. Sherman coming up as well. One of the SPWs looks like it's gone down. Lots more Gobuxia coming in. It is temporarily back to just 13-11. Having taken this flag and almost this flag even, while starting to secure this top portion here. Oop. M8 is once again shooting at this AB-41. Ooh, and actually the Sherman gets the kill on the Stug here. Might get the kill on the other SPW as well. Does, but the M8 goes down just in time. Or just a second too late there to save the thing. More Gobuxia and Gobuxia Sturmpioneer coming in here to secure this area. Stardekk will have to bring in some stronger infantry to root that out for the time being if he doesn't pull any more bomber tricks out, which Stardekk is a little bit known for. M10 coming out to counter the Stug here. And impressive amount of forces here in the open, but all that really needs to be done is actually... Oh man, that's not what I was expecting to see at T-30. You don't see these a lot. These actually have radio. But radio aside, despite it not showing on the stat card, they are also, I believe, 1500 meter HE. The 16th Panzer Band here, it's still an open map. Like, you can do well with King Tigers. I love this map with King Tigers. I just got counterpicked in my game versus Fitz there with 78 Sturm, which does have these wonderful buildings that you can use to kind of pick off King Tigers with the long 88s. But I would say even beyond that, the Focke-Wulf spam of 16 Panther is probably one of the best. Another bomber. Getting a little bit of pin down damage here. Gobuxia flak coming in here just to try and force these away. Another 20 mil as well on the Pack 40 as well. In this position, is it interesting? It does control this crossroads, but I would imagine the tanks would almost be playing more around this area. Here's the Rangers LMG out in the open. Gonna get torn to shreds by Gobuxia, unfortunately. It is something you do have to support there. Another M4 coming out though. T-30 coming in, and it's just fast moving. Ooh, the M10 no recon gets the bailout on the Stug there. The AP on this is actually matches up to, or the heat shell even does match up to the M10 there, and gets the lucky crit. Loafers coming out. Rifles early. T-30 now. Without the LG getting its heat shells. Oh, but it does get on target. Ooh, a bit of a mistake to keep fast moving to the board position, definitely. If he just fast moved into here and then started, or even further back over here, he might have stood a chance against the LG-42, but the LG-42 managed to get a couple of shots off, which increased its accuracy dramatically before the T-30 did go down. M5 Howitzer is firing. Same thing here. Like, if this hits, it is a kill, but fairly inaccurate for now. Rifles early do get in with the Gobuxia here, but like 5 G34s, 4 MP40s, these are definitely a threat at that medium range. And the Rangers LMG, I do think these Brownings are light machine guns, and the Sturmpioneer just with the Berettas is kind of absolutely destroy there. So not an amazing start for the strongest division in the game here. Still get 42, still providing good firing support. And now this Pack 40 is going to come out and be able to finish off that M10 no supply in A for YK Omamori. One thing I will say about this time limit is that you don't really... I suppose they would have put it on a 50-minute time limit, but it was a lot easier to see beforehand that, you know, how many minutes is left in B and stuff like that. Now you gotta calculate it manually in the head, which probably I shouldn't be complaining about having to calculate 20 minutes. Anyway, 3 minutes till B phase here, where Stardekk's income really starts hitting off. YK Omamori is actually playing balanced. Not something I was anticipating. Pack 40 does finish off the M10 here, and New Pioneer is moving forward. So Stardekk really needs not only a good opener here, but also enough forces and trading well enough to effectively play into B phase. Can Stardekk do it? Definitely is practice with second Indian head. I have faced him with it. So, might see lots of interesting things, but really it's interesting here to see the Gibuxi actually take the open ground. What is this firing at? Likely the Gibuxi Pioneer, but I would actually try and focus on the LG42 here. The LG42 actually behind the building. So, B40 coming in again. Manages to pin these down. No surrender, though. The Stug well, was briefly firing at things here. I believe one of these M4s did take a penetrating hit from it. This one right here. Yeah. C42 keeps coming out. Ooh, LG42 now shooting at something. That rifle's leader, actually. Or nope. Let's see the M5 howitzer. And the M5 howitzer does have to realign there just between the buildings. Wow. And this is lower in health, but I did get the first shot off, and this had to realign. Both 105mm howitzers here. This shot missing. Ooh, another howitzer going down there for Stardekk. Lots of P-42s coming out. These flak guns are doing good work, though. And like without being able to follow up really on these Gibuxi gun stuff, definitely needs to bring more infantry in. He might actually... No, there's no way he's out of infantry already for A phase. YK Pioneer does go down. Ultra 42 still alive and healthy, though. I would have almost expected the planes to come down and try and clear this out, because, well, up here, it is important to get the push going, and this is usually the more important side of the map, but if you don't control the open, you're really gambling, really. 14 to 10 for now, as this flag does go over to Stardekk. This flag is still in control of it, and then this would be the 15-9, I do believe. This flag also temporarily going to start it with the infantry here, but 2 Gibuxi Stone Pioneer coming in, and if they get into this forest, that is another flag there. And all YK Omamori really needs to do is keep at least 10 flags, or at the very least, or preferably actually keep the 12-12. Yeah. YK definitely off to a solid start here. M4 is going to have to make their way forward. The infantry is looking a little bit lower, though, and there's Rangers Marauders here that could potentially sneak up and start really doing something. Pin down on the infantry here, though. 20 mil going to be able to get involved there. Pack 40 moving up forward here. While the mortar also does good support. Rifles early coming in. Rangers T30. My headphones are out of battery. But I think the sound should still keep working. 13 to 11 again. Cognac's asking if YK is sane. Ooh, Rangers Marauders go down, though, to the Gibuxi here. And, yeah, like, we're entering into B phase now, and it will be hard to kind of prevent Stardekk from retaking these center flags, in my opinion, but YK Omamori has proven a very solid job of doing it so far. And once again, our rifles early coming in, no kind of long-range HE. I believe that would have been the third. M1 goes down here to the Panzerfaust. Rifles early not in a position to really screen for that. Ooh, Stardekk's not playing great this game, I will say. First xylophone coming in, though. On-range fire support, rifles early. We see the first Hellcat and another Rangers Marauders just act as recon, but come on. You gotta bring the bomber now. There's no AA down here, and relying on the 20 mils. It does leave them open too once you bombed all this stuff. The Gibexiga is weaker in the open. And 8 minutes now for Stardekk to control the open and really get a push on this hill here. Gibexiga, excellent infantry though. Pinning down lots of rifles early. These rifles aren't moving either. And one out of position to kind of support against this infantry. Xylophone here, aiming for this flag, which should preclude a push, but there's only one rifle's light here. The M1 did go down to the Stug. Wow, the Stug F-42 has really done a lot of work here. Mortar coming down. These two units are going to get suppressed. Rifles are really going to come in. And now Stardekk might be hoping to surrender them, but I do believe they are going to recover in time for that. Hellcat now. The Hellcat actually shooting at the LG. The LG not in the 1500 meter range, so it can't quite retaliate as the Quebec Stone Pioneer comes forward. And it's going to bump into the rifles leader here in the open, or in the forest, which is not really what you want to see. Lots more units coming in here, but there's a Pack 40 covering this road, right where all these units are going to be. So, and yeah, if you're using Rangers Marauders as like pure recon, sure they do excel at that role, but they're not that amazing. The Xylophone having switched target actually from over here, so rifles like coming up the wrong road again. Ooh, I wonder how many things this Stug here is sniped. Good pin down on all these units. So the hill is relatively secure now. Surprised we haven't seen some kind of Hellcat or something over here just to stop reinforcements coming in this way. It's often very important. There's no Rangers Marauders here to cheekily snipe this bazooka either. But M1, ooh, does get the kill on the Stug. The other Stug is well within range to kill that, though. And actually, the Gebuchstreif might actually just Panzerfaust it. Is moving it away. Ooh. Ooh. Aligning. Oh, it has got to get away. And yeah, the rifle sight with it in the open does manage to get the pin down on that before the M1 goes down. B40 coming in. There's quad or triple 20 mils here now. Seeing B40 is not going to be able to get through that. And lots of recon with the bomber coming in. P-47 finally coming in here for this LG. It only took half a year. Does manage to get the kill. And now that was the only unit holding the front line in the center here. That flag will easily go back to Stardekk. Hellcat went down, probably to the Pack 40, or even the Stug here. Still doesn't see it because these Rangers Marauders are not in position to. Kind of move a little bit more forward. Stopana has finished off the leader, but Engineers and Rifles late coming in now. One of the 20 mils does go down on the mortar here. The C-42 is now... The Bofors is going to have to move forward to really provide effective air cover for this area. The Stug still killing off a unit here. The Stug does. And still is providing a lot of its worth here. So the phone's going to have one more shot. Another M4 coming in. And the off-map. The off-map might actually not only deal with this, although Pack 40 back here might snipe any transports, hoping to take advantage and rush that. Oop. It does drop, but I hate these things and they're shit. HS-129s, I've got nothing but bad luck for them. They never kill their intended targets, even if they're not suppressed, in my opinion. Rifle sight and the engineers going down to the dual Sturmpanzer and the Gebuchstreif there. Artillery commander coming in for that, but that's not how to deal with that, really. This flag does go down. It is, for now, 1410. This flag having gone back to YK Omamori. But with the off-map coming in, 4 minutes left. There can be a lot of units, especially with the Xylophone out and about, potentially suppressing air and then lots of air coming in to kill off the rest. There is a big possibility here of the rifles leader moving forward. You gotta put that on return fire, and that's not going to give you that flag. Or it is. Still at 14-10 though. Wakimori did manage to get this. He's got more LG-42s here. The bomber having bombed this, and the half-track now coming in and trying to take advantage of it. Another Hellcat coming in. Really. Another T-30 coming in. I expect to see more of this fire support here, but I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, he basically gets 2 cards of these, right? So that might have been the plan all along, to use those to really push there. Stug once again covering off this road. This M4 looks like it wanted to get into position there, but I gotta be careful against the Stug here. P-48 coming in. Ooh, the Rangers Marauder went down. Why are you going for the Quebec? These LGs are a much more important target. And now Quebec side also coming in. 50 cal here might actually help pin that down before it can really do anything. And I suppose removing the recon is worth doing. But this T-30 with only 1500 meter range, it is a nice little support gun. Who is the Veltro actually gets the kill on the P-38? Yeah, not one you really want to see. Rifles late versus Quebec FIA, yeah. Half tracks not really doing what they need to do. Bomber coming in for this here. Doesn't manage to kill. But the Quebec side is going to be able to follow that. And with advancing behind the building here, the 50 cal. Not going to be able to get involved there. Oop, Ranger C-30 with an LG-42. The heat shells on these are nasty. And actually, I would almost move it back a little bit and try to fire position at this point. These do have great rate of fire, but all you need is one hit, and there it goes down, and now we see more howitzers. So these howitzers should have come out a lot sooner before the T-30s, and then the T-30s should have been used as backup. Stardekk really fluking here as the leader goes down over here as well. Does manage to capture this flag with the help of the off-map. And the off-map vehicle has now moved here. I'm expecting to see the second charge over here any moment now. Yeah, well, the chat currently trying to convince me that Quebec City is unwinnable. That's not exactly what we're seeing. There's 2 minutes till Phase C. Stug here, gotta get the jump on this M4, get the kill. That was the one that was damaged earlier. This one's also damaged. Half-track gonna rush in here. T-30 as well. This flag might go down, but the Stug's gonna come in to replace that. Rangers Marauder's not forward either. He's going to get the pin down on the back 40 there and likely kill it. When I say that. Oh, it's shooting at the half track. Yeah, that's been down. That's the surrender. Still coming in to replace that. Two M5 so what goes down in its freaking thing, and then the assault group down here is out in the open here. So Quebec stuff going to pin that down. Going to bring in the half tracks here. Rifles kind of gonna get in the line in the side of that Stug for just a second there. Doesn't see it though. And 5 howitzer. There's a Stug 3G here and a Pack 40. The Hellcats do have the 2K APCR. Why is this? What is this xylophone doing? It's out of ammo and it's just moving forward. Wow, Stardekk. Wow. Ay, it's not gonna get away. Yeah. Ouch. It happens in the game. A misclick there, but should have noticed that a lot earlier. Off-map going to come down on this target now. There's still the Stug here, and these rifles early are actually perfectly in position to get shot at by this Stug. HS-129 also coming in, going to pin down the assault group. AA not quite set up. The Pack 40 does go down here to the Hellcat, or to something, and the LG-42s are being picked off, so I wouldn't say this game is over, but like 18 minutes to go. Can you kind of handle a push like that? The half-track does go down to something down here. Damn. B-47 coming in once again. Just to kill off the C-42 from the looks of it. And then fall back. Come on, use your bombs if you're going to fall back. GMC supply coming in for the APCR, but not quite needed. Or even the HE, potentially. M5 howitzer. Still no AA over here. Rhino coming in. The off-map did kill these 2 units, but didn't kill the Stug. Artillery commander. GMC goes down to the Stug. The Rangers Marauder still haven't moved forward to prevent this thing coming in here. And now we see lots of Gebüchtskampagne and Gebüchtstreif kind of make their way in. This is going to get forced off from something. I still don't see any AA down here. But with how many recon planes, we've seen a couple of them go down. He should have still a couple to be able to kill these M18s and stuff like that. And now P-47 is just being used as fighters rather than trying to support this push down here to finally get rid of it. Yeah, I'm not so sure, Cognacs, if it's a player being a god rather than the plays just really not paying off for Stardekk here. There's a single flamethrower down here, the 50 cal having gone down. And now You can try and micro your flamethrower all you want, but that's another flag, which would be the 12-12 here. Bomber does finally come in and take this out, so this flag should go back, but still got to find a way to kill this Shotogan 42. Potentially a Hellcat comes in and APCRs it from 2K. But right now they're busy trying to prevent this flag from falling. Still 13-11. This M1 gun, ooh, APCR turned off now. Likely is going to get the kill on that Stug. Oh, misses. There's a Rhino coming in as well. But there's a lot of infantry in for this flag, and looks like planes can come in, potentially. Stardekk does not really have the income anymore. Oh. Big Sega are going to be forced to unload early here. Still at 15-11. MG42 goes down. Assault group. Rifles light. Swear to God, if you lose another thing in the transport, lots of air coming in here. This is the only place where bombers are really open. But, Bofors. Ooh. It's going to get the pin down before that gets on the M4A1. And now both players have lost a lot of units, as these Hellcats are now moving forward to try and take on that Stug M42 here. Ooh, one hit. Doesn't see it now. Interestingly enough. Why is it not shooting us? It's got an APCR shell. Well, flag here, flag here. If this flag does go back, it will be the 59 that Stardekk has been looking for, which might really help him, but Bomber coming in for this assault group now. The Rhino's the only thing there to hold it, and sure, there isn't much infantry, but the infantry capabilities for YK Omamori are a lot more open here. Assault group actually being moved back north rather than trying to take this flag. I'm not sure if I like that decision. Definitely something should be done about these two flags. There's not a lot of units here, and a Shueva Fedtop it's actually coming in here. Ooh. Ooh. Managed to kill this beforehand. M76 gun coming in. Yeah, come on. MG42 versus 2 bars, but out in the open. It's gonna go down there. You gotta finish this off with planes now, almost. The other rifles like also unloading in a very weird position. More rifles coming in to protect this flag. Disconnected. What's the disconnect? Stardekk disconnected. Uh-oh. Well, if Stardekk calls it a loss for him, then it's a loss, I suppose. The kills being fairly even, 2090 to 2110. Yeah, Stardekk's internet having crashed. But there was still a big chance there. I don't know if you'll watch the replay afterwards, Stardekk, but that game was nowhere from over. But, yeah, disconnected game. It will have to go to adjudication at that point, I think, if you wouldn't concede. So, yeah, this was a very painful game. Just the amount of kills as we... Where is it? Yeah, these M42s, absolutely crazy amount of kills for them. And then this LG42. Ow. Like, T30s rather than M3s, and then the M3s going down, like, immediately. Yeah. You'd have to talk to whoever organizes this thing. I am not familiar with it. So, yeah. T47. C2005 Veltro. Isn't there another game going on right now? Between... Dark Neutron or CK530? I suppose we could take a look at that. Yeah, okay, well, let's go watch Fitz and Dark Neutron. Wow. I thought CK was also playing. Maybe. Well, let me know when that's up. I think I will end the stream and then relaunch it with a new thumbnail, potentially, here. Just to have 2 separate VODs. So, see you guys in a second here. And Dark Neutron, if you could let me know when you're playing, that would be great. So, hope you enjoyed, for everyone watching this after the fact. And, yeah, we'll see you for Dark Neutron versus Fitz in, like, 5 minutes here. I'm just gonna take a short break. Goodbye.